What is going on, guys? It is EXO and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be taking a dive into the past 5 years of characters BBS has given us and picking 15 of my favorites. So some things I want to disclaim though. I'm only including units like I have personally, so sadly like no Tokinata. Also, these rankings are based off of the unit I have, not necessarily like how they exist for everyone else. So basically, like, Transcendence potential influenced this list a lot, and like how much I have a unit transcended. And then lastly, this is of course like all my preference, so you're free to like disagree with me, because everyone has their own favorites. Just let me know in the comments if you share any favorites though. But anyways, let's get right into my rankings. So coming in at number 15, we have Lost Asian Biruka. Now, pre-Resurrection, I would not have included her in my favorites, but since she has more of a consistent kit now, and I have her transcended up, I feel like she makes number 15 by a hair. Her skills aren't very impressive, only rocking Frenzy, a Bruiser of 30%, Devastation of 40%, Sprinter, and Debilitating Weakening. All of her attacks weaken except for her third, which also isn't even a full screen. However, she is quite fun to play, as she's a ranged character, which is why I placed her at number 15. Number 14 is Champion World Zamani. He honestly isn't meta or anything, like most characters below rank 10 on this list, but Zamari holds a special place for me from the old version of Guild Quest. He was a really clutch as a Vortex unit, especially considering that he had Sprinter +2 and Long Stride. He also has the standard skills such as Frenzy, Devastation 40%, Bruiser 20%, and Debilitating Weakening on every attack. The only shortcomings I have with this character are the awful collision on his first strong attack and his third not being a full screen. He is quite usable though, aside from his killer, which isn't very useful, but combined with the legacy that this unit has is why I've gave him number 14. Number 13 on my favorite list is Danga Ichigo. This is a character that is only up here solely because I have him fully transcended. His resurrection was a huge disappointment, to be honest, guys, but Danga is able to get me a clear on a spot a week in Guild Quest, so he's definitely a valuable asset to have. His kit really isn't that bad in all honesty, only problem being a short range for a strong attack. He would definitely be way higher on the list though if he had Frenzy in all honesty. His skills are very basic though, having a Berserker 50%, Bombardment, a Bruiser 20%, Sprinter, and a Long Reach of 20%, so the Bombardment is one thing that stands out. But he's really fun to play this day, not really usable outside Guild Quest, a spot a week, and casual content though. At number 12 I have Christmas Nemu. She's also a unit that's up here mainly because I have her fully transcended, but she is much better than Dangai. She happened to be one of the last hybrid units in the game, which is also interesting to see how Caleb's moved away from that. She has Bombardment, which is a tell of that, and then she also has a Berserker 30%, Bruiser 40%, so you know usually you don't see that with like a Frenzy unit. Sprinter, weakened defense, and debilitating confusion on all of her attacks. I actually, if you've watched my channel for a little bit, you know that I use her in PvP, and she actually does really well. I'm in Lieutenant with her as the lead, extended by my Chad and my weekend. Plus, I mean, her art is really cute. Nemu's a waifu, so, you know. Number 11 is actually the first Soifon in this list, that being the Halloween version of her. Despite being ranked 11, she's actually really solid. It's just that from here forward, the units are all like debatably meta, like really good. Anyways, like Halloween Soifon has a really solid kit. With a larger than full screen third, thanks to Havoc, and an enhanced boost for her second. Her skills include a Bruiser 20%, Devastation of 40%, the Havoc, aforementioned Havoc of 20%, Frenzy, Weakened Defense, Sprinter, and then also the Enhancer that I already mentioned. Also, since she's a Soifon, she gains an additional 2 Flash Steps as a 6-star, so she gets 4 in total, making her very fun to play and useful for evading tougher enemies. You know, you can get some spammy enemies in IZ and Extreme Co-op and all that. And you know, if you've watched my channel, you know that I really love Soifon, and this one's especially cute. So yeah. Number 10 is going to go to Hikone. I do have some gripes with this unit, like they're slow for strong attack or their second strong attack having deceptively short range. But their utility and the fun I have using them can't be ignored. Their skills include Sprinter plus 2, Long Stride, which are both very desirable, along with a Bruiser of 20%, Devastation of 40, Paralysis immunity, Frenzy, and Debilitating Weakening on all of their attacks. So overall, very fun character to play, and their kit is also very strong. Anyone with a full screen third, decent first and second strong attacks and weakening on everything is going to be really solid anyways. And yeah, Hikone is just like all around very solid, and is just accented by the fact that they have Sprinter plus 2 and Long Stride. Coming in at number 9, I have Butterfly Eisen, or Flyzen, whatever you want to call him. This is another unit I have fully transcended, and I think he's worthy of being maxed out because he has a really solid kit for how old he is. I think he's almost 3 years old, or 3 by now. Who's counting? But he has a Bruiser of 40%, Devastation of 40%, Enhancer for his second strong attack, Frenzy, Sprinter, and Long Reach of 20%. So like, his gameplay is really fun. He has a really nice first strong attack. It's probably one of the best lunges in the game still to this date. And then he also has potential for an infinite boost as he is a 12-star character. So you stack him up with some 14-star links and you can have infinite boost. Sadly, he came out before transforming boosts were a thing. So he's not getting any like increased like mags or anything on his attacks when he's boosted. But it's an enhanced boost, so it's not anything to scoff at. His third can also hit up to 8 times, so it's a very solid full screen attack. So yeah, overall he's very fun to play, and he has an awesome design. It's definitely like my favorite version of Eisen. It's a very clean look, and I just like Eisen as a lot as a character, and yeah. Number 8 is actually another Eisen, that being Karakura Battle Eisen, or Red Eisen, or 420 Eisen, however you want to call him. I got this man 5 out of 5 while going for Tokinata, and it was actually a blessing in disguise. This man is busted, fully transcended, and it's helped me a lot with content like ER, Guild Quest, just any general play, and he's just really fun to play, honestly. His skills include a Bruiser of 20, Devastation of 40, Freeze immunity, Frenzy, Sprinter, and Debilitating Weakening on all of his attacks. Very solid, standard stuff. I really like my ranged characters, and as a ranged character, his kit is really fun to me, and overall just quite good for most content. Number 7 might be controversial to some, but I've put Quincy Ichigo here, the third or the fourth global Annie Ichigo, whatever you want to call him. If I haven't already mentioned, I really prefer ranged characters to melee, and this Ichigo is actually a really fun ranged character to me. He's not like crazy good or anything, to be honest, but he's just really fun to play. His skills include Bruiser 20, Devastation of 40, Freeze immunity, Frenzy, Splinter plus 2, and Devastating Weakening on all attacks. Or excuse me, Debilitating Weakening on all attacks. So very standard from like other characters we've seen on this list already. Sprinter plus 2 does make him a bit more fun to play though. You can get around a little faster, so that's always positive. I just really enjoy like his aesthetics a lot more than a lot of characters. The black and blue motif is really clean, and he just has a really cool design and fun gameplay, even if his first and second aren't really that great. At number 6, I have Beyond Resurrection, or Can't Fear World Bargon, however you want to call him. Funny enough, I actually hated this unit when he first came out, and I first got him when I was chasing Tokinata, and I got him 2 out of 5. And now I have him 3 out of 5 thanks to a Toki rerun banner. But that's beside the point. I've given this Baragon a lot more of a chance over time, and he's definitely a strong unit. The only gripe I have is his like 800-ish radius 3rd strong attack. Other than that, his beam like first and his push in, or his pull in, push out vortex second are both very strong as he is a ranged unit. Keeps you away from the enemies. I like it a lot. His skills include a Berserker of 20, Bruiser of 20, Devastation of 40%, Frenzy, Last Ditch 100, which is a thing we haven't seen on this list yet, which can help for some situations like epic raids, or just like saving you a revival candle, I guess. Sprinter, and then Weaken immunity, and also Debilitating Weakening on all of his attacks. See, I mean, he's a very strong, rounded out unit. which makes him very fun and easy to play with. And yeah, that's why I have him right here. Number 5 is going to Camper World Bankai Shinji. This is definitely one of those units, you know, the ones that everyone likes pretty much. He has such a good kit with insane range on his strong attacks. He has some pretty interesting skills like Team Power Captain, strong attack damage plus 20%, and damage to confused enemies plus 40%. Those are already very interesting in themselves, along with the usual Berserker 20%, Bruiser 20%, Frenzy, Havoc of 20%, Sprinter, and Debilitating Confusion on all of his attacks. All this combined stacks him to pump out crazy damage, and he does that super well. Confusion as a status ailment, while logically makes sense for Shinji, is just the only downfall of this unit in my opinion, as it isn't very useful. I'm sure many of you can get it why I like this character so much though. He's just a powerhouse really. At number 4, I have Lost Agent Soifon. This unit is pretty renowned within the community as the Guild Quest Queen. If you've been playing for more than a year, you know that. Yet somehow, even though the Guild Quest revamp has come and has been a thing, she's still retained her notoriety. I mean, she's still really good because she's a really strong unit and she has high transcendence potential. Her skills include Bruiser 20%, Devastation of 40%, Frenzy, Long Stride, Sprinter, and Debilitating Poison, and an enhanced SAR Soul Trait. So she's got 14 SAR, pretty good. That's the best link in the game, aside from like the new resurrected swimsuit Nell. That's the best link in the game, definitely. But you know, 14 SAR, you can't go wrong. So like, she doesn't have the craziest skills, but she's about as old as flies in, and back then they usually gave like 6 or 7 skills to a character. So I mean, like, it's nothing compared to like all the havoc they give out nowadays and the status immunities and all that. But I think she's still really good, and if in a year time or whatever she gets her resurrection, I think she'll just be that much better. And then I do have the Soifon fully transcended, and she definitely puts in the work. Plus, I mean, have you seen Soifon's post time skip haircut? It's pretty great. I'm giving number 3 to Spirit Society Byakuya. I'm sure many of you guys would actually probably play Shinji over Byakuya, but to me a ranged character is just way more valuable and enjoyable to play than a melee unit. But if you don't know, Shinji and Byakuya are both very similar units. Their kits are almost identical, and they both are power captains with the Soul Reaper Killer. Only difference being range versus melee, and attack activation speed favoring Byakuya. And as I've established with this list thus far, I much prefer range units. Nonetheless, this Byakuya is one of, if not the best range units in the game. He has a very clean normal attack string coupled with some of the best strong attacks in the game. And that's Byakuya in a nutshell, basically. His skills are as follows. He has Berserker 20%, Bruiser 20%, Devastation of 40%, Havoc of 20%, Frenzy, Sprinter, Poison Immunity, and Debilitating Freeze on all of his attacks. Overall, he's a very rounded unit who is fun to play, and that is why I like him so much. Number 2 might be a surprise to some of you guys, but that is going to the 1000-Year Blood War version of Soifon. I can't even begin to describe how good this unit is though. She has an enhanced Vortex boost for her second, which also transforms her, and is one of the best melee normal attack strings, has one of the best melee normal attack strings in the game in my opinion. It's just very wide, very fast, very clean looking. So all these coupled with her skills, Berserker 30%, Devastation of 20%, Enhancer, Flurry, Poise, Long Reach of 20%, and Sprinter, with her built-in Soifon Sprinter. The Soifon is just really strong, especially for autoing content and for epic raids, because she is actually bonus a lot. As well as being a good support unit on a melee or Ronker Week and Guild Quest. Not to mention, this is probably one of the best canon Soifons this game will see for a while, if not ever, which is kind of sad, but at least 1000-Year Blood War Soifon is a badass with some really clean art. Finally, at my number 1 spot for my favorite unit in BBS over the past 5 years, I have Cacao Society Soifon. Honestly, the Soifon isn't even the strongest unit in the game, or on this list as a matter of fact. It's just, I have the most fun playing the Soifon, and that is what is most important to me in this game. You know, it's a game, so you want to be having fun at the end of the day, you know, and if you're playing units that are just good to be good, Like, I don't know. So that's why I really like this Pokemon a lot. She's just a lot of fun to play. She has a really cool design. She was like the last set of Cacao Society. Going into her kit though, she has a standard full screen third, a suck in, push out second, like camper mode body, and then a wide projectile first. These coupled with her 4 flash subs make her just a joy to play in any manual content, as you can zip around and keep enemies away and just overall do a lot of damage, because she is an enhanced SAD 25 link. But going into her skills, she has a bruiser 20%, devastation of 40, frenzy, sprinter, debilitating poison, and then that enhanced strong attack damage soul trait. Definitely on the low end of skills compared to other characters on the list. However, if I like her this much with only 6 skills, I can only imagine if she had SAR or some other more updated skills. Also, I got this Soy Fully Transcendent not too long ago, and she is definitely a beast, puts out huge damage. Overall though, she's just a character I enjoy a lot, even though she isn't necessarily the best of her class. Well, that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I actually scripted this one, maybe if it was probably obvious, so I'm not used to reading off scripts at all. But this was a video I definitely couldn't ad-lib all I wanted to say about these units effectively. So let me know if moving forward you guys like these kind of structured videos, and if I should do more of them or not. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this at all, leave a like. Let me know down below if you agree with any of my favorites, or what your favorites are. And regardless, I will catch you guys in the next video. That might be, if you're watching this as the time it comes out, my live stream for Annie summons. I'm really hyped for that. And if you're just watching this in the future, you could catch that video somewhere on my channel. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.